Hello, and welcome to Jimbo08's Weblog Diary, alright? Now, during the existence of my weblog, I'm going to give my opinions and speeches and just tell you how I'm doing in life and stuff. Now, to kick off my first weblog diary, I am going to tell you why Star Wars, yeah, that Star Wars, is the greatest sci-fi saga of all time, alright? Now, we all know the story, alright? Kicks off, like, with Luke, he saves Leia, they destroy the Death Star, then Vader chops off his arm, and he's like, dude, I'm your dad, and then they destroy the Death Star again, right? Then there's three more, it's like Anakin's a little boy, then he's like a kid, you know, and then he's like a teenager, and then he's like Anakin, he's like, you know, real good Jedi Master Anakin. Well, he wasn't really Master, but anywho, I bet you didn't know that this was real. Yeah, real life, man, for real. Okay, so George Lucas is at his house in 1970. He's just chilling there. He's like, dude, I seriously want to make a movie right now. And he's chilling. And he's like, dude, what should I do? So that night, some aliens come to him in his dream, and they abduct him, dude. And he's in this ship, right? And they're called the Luke Skywalker clan. And he's like, dude, what is this? And they're like, alright, we're at war, and we want you to film it with this, alright? And they hand him a camera. He's like, dude, that's awesome. And Luke Skywalker, the master, is like, dude, we're at war with this clan called Han Solo. And they're in the middle of the Clone Wars, alright? And they're like, dude, we're trying to kill, this Anakin kid, because he's crazy. And, Anakin's like, I'll attack you with my bad acting skills. Alright? So, George Lucas starts filming this, dude. He films the Clone Wars. He films, the attack on Naboo and all that stuff, dude. Then he films, Luke being a little kid, a farm boy and his family getting killed. And they're like, alright, George, you helped us win, you filmed us, we're sending you home. So, they send him home, but it's not 1970, it's 70, alright? 70 AD. And he, lands in this cave, dude, and he looks there, and he sees Superman, not George Lucas, Jesus, Muhammad, and then, of course, he's there, George Lucas. So Superman, Muhammad, Jesus, and him are all just chilling there, dude. And Jesus is like, yo, George, what's up, man? And Muhammad's like, me, Muhammad, I'm gonna da-da-da. And Superman's like, truth, justice, and the American way, man. So, George is like, this is awesome, dude. But he's like, dude, how am I gonna get back to 1970? Well, Jesus, Muhammad, and Superman and George start smoking on the hookah, alright? And they're enjoying themselves, and Superman's like, dude, I got this plan for you. Why don't I freeze you with my freaking super ice breath? And then you can just appear in 1970, and I'll set my alarm clock for 1970 when I gotta go save Lois Lane. And George was like, dude, that's awesome, but let's wait until Jesus and Muhammad have to leave. So they smoke on the hookah a little bit longer. George is telling them about lightsabers and the Force and everything, and Jesus is like, dude, I already know that, I'm Jesus. And Muhammad's like, yeah, and Superman's like, dude, that's cool, I'm from Krypton though. So they're smoking on the hookah, and Jesus is like, dudes, gotta go, it's cross time. And Muhammad's like, dudes, gotta go, I have to be lifted up into heaven with lightning or whatever. So Superman's like, dude, George, do you want me to freeze you now? And George is like, yeah. So Superman's like,